place for beginners who send sight to heart. When sentiment is left to chance, no place to be ending, but somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Insurance to hold. Man saw your memories and change into gold. His eyes are like angels, but his heart is cold. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator.
私バンパイアいのつっちゃっていいのもう無理の無理なんてふい答え試したいないっぱいで咲きたいなら絶対いけるよワイで最後ずっと行き来してる甘くなるフランの果実と息をしてもいらないだけうさいだけ誰かといればそれはならねば強がってたって気持ちには逆らえない離れていても感じてる絵も繋がって確かめたら知ってるかもいいもん悲しいもん切ないもん君の全てを食らうまで絶叫私バンパイア命つっちゃっていいのもう無理の無理なんて内緒の思い洗いざらい吐き出したならまさにばかり割り切れないけどあまりじゃないそっと朝まで当然を繰り返すやだわがままはただ欲張ってまたチャンスを抜かすのだやらないのしも叶えたいけど重なって押しつぶされちゃうのかもいいもん悲しいもん切ないもん君の全てを食らうまでいいじゃん楽しいじゃん
back to the streets.
Like this. When the last time you heard it like this? JVB, the It Boys, the Misfits. Toss me the keys to the cherry red Benz. Two-seater, only you, no friends. Now to begin, the wheels are spinning. Crisscross and I'm gone. I keep it on. Doors open, so baby girl get in. I still rock your body till dawn. Big body beamer with the 22s floating. Windows down with the whole top open. Hit the switches, let's bounce down the road. To the show, let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we keep it moving. Buckle up, cause I'm about to get stupid. Better hold on tight if I'm boosted. Crystal clear, cause my flow stay lucid. Keep it loony with the tunes, I fast like Road Runner. Step into my ring, get the Stone Cold Stunner. And that's cold like Canada. It's picture day, so smile for the camera. Click, boom, I got ya. Now you're in the hot seats like Sriracha. Ooh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do with the super hot fire on you? I'm half white, half fella, P-I-N-O. Half truck, half car, like an El Camino. Life moves fast, don't you know? Sometimes you just gotta take it slow. Step on the gas, suckers ain't ever gonna pass me. My Honda Civic, always gonna last me. You wanna ride? Son, don't ask me. I'm not an Uber, I stay classy. Your repertoire is a tragedy. I got a 399 capacity. Your full lock is only half of me. I'm the Big Bambino with a capital B. First place, let me end it on a high note. My motion is fluid, spinal. Well, I'm out, and that's final. Now let me turn this mother over like a vinyl. Moonwalk on the beat, MJ. Serenade in the sheets, purple rain. Deep voice, Bruce Wayne. Bring the ruckus, Wu-Tang. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh. Here we go, here we go.
Always think about you, always thought I have a life I could grow with you. But as time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Always think about you, always thought I have a life I could grow with you. But as time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Always think about you, always thought I had a life I could grow with you. As time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Feeling like a shockwave, 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 Always think about you, always thought I have a life I could grow with you. But as time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Always think about you, always thought I have a life I could grow with you. But as time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Always think about you, always thought I had a life I could grow with you. As time fades, crazy how our lives change, feeling like a shockwave without you. Feeling like a shockwave, shockwave.
You know, usually I like to have a little bit more fun. I'm wearing my spam shirt. It was a casual day at work today. And yeah, it's Slug. Now, before we begin, remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share the stream around. And thank you for being here. Now, I have really been enjoying using the lav mic because the amount of freedom that I have for this is so relieving. But it's also been interesting, not because of anything like crazy that's happened. It's more interesting because now I can do some more fun things, if that makes sense at all. But what are we going to be talking about? Well, as the title suggests, we're still going to talk about the legal mindset stuff because I covered the original allegation by Alex Novell, and then I covered the response by Legal Mindset. And as I am not short, how dare you? How fucking dare you, chat? How dare? How fucking dare? But another thing, we are going to be covering the meme copium coverage. God damn it. The meme copium stream, I did watch some of it while I was at work on my break. So I pre-screened Cal. Happy birthday for being elderly. Yippee. Happy birthday, Cal. Now, what I will say is that I'm excited to cover the meme copium stream, not because it's gonna give me anything new, but meme copium knows legal mindset, so it gives me a more understanding perspective of what's been alleged. And Alex Novell has interacted with a few people. Now, for full transparency, I did get sent the contract that Alex Novell had Johnny Somali and Hank sign, so that's kind of fun. Then additionally, some additional videos from Gabe Salgado, so shout out, very nice. And we may or may not be talking to him later on in the stream because I'm wanting to understand what's going on rather than just claim to know everything. I want to understand. So, let me open up Meme Copium's little thing here. There we go. I think it's all just, yeah, he just does that. Now, I like to add timestamps into my stuff, not because I don't think other people can handle it. I just like to add in timestamps because it's easier for me to keep an eye on things. So, let's talk about Meme Copium and his stream going over the legal mindset allegations. Again, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Both are free to do. I want to understand. I'm just lost in general. I feel that. I feel that. Now, one thing that has been shown afterwards, so 16 hours ago, before we really begin, this, of course, is Legal Mindset's Twitter. He tweets this out. Now, I know Alan Dershowitz has a lot of fucky and weird shit in terms of his perspective, political alignment, and a lot of his takes. I think they're fucking weird. He's probably on this like hyper intellectual level while making it sound like some pedophilic shit. I do not want to make any definitive claims, but that's kind of what I understand. However, this is a article written about now, what, 2 years ago? About Alex Novell. and it's speaking more about like journalistic ethics and Alex Novell's, I guess you could say, I don't know, how he operates in terms of everything. That's a big thing, because I find it to be very, very, very interesting. Because I don't know who Alex Novell is. Now, do I have anything against him? No. Because again, I'm going at this as go at the argument, not the person. But I'm going to continue to learn how everything goes along. So, before we read, then go here, this all summarizes that Alex Novell lied about being I guess you could say, someone that wanted to interview Alan Dershowitz involving another topic. Basically, an ambush interview talking about the allegations made against him by Virginia Dufresne. I'm not going to be giving any opinion on that because I am not fully educated on the topic. That's a thing that I kind of want to make clear. I'm not fully educated on the topic, so I'm not going to say anything about the topic. But he claimed to be an NYU grad. Claimed to be a current student of NYU, then subsequently claimed he never claimed to be a current student at NYU. Now, that's all alleged. I looked at this article. There's no screenshots, none of that. So I can't say that this is believable because it's all words. And same thing I said with other allegations. I stand by the idea that words are great. Words are nice. Words make me feel cozy. Words are a way to make me feel very cozy at night. But words don't do much outside of evidence. They really don't. So Alex Novell, the guy who got beat over the head by Mr. Based, or the weird old guy that's taking advantage of World of T-shirts, basically does these ambush interviews where he does the interviews under false pretenses. That's what's claimed here, and it's I don't like it. I don't like the ethical failing of this. I really don't. Just because I have my own ethics. I myself am a journalist, and I'm an actual legitimate journalist. Now, Alex Novell has been going back and forth fighting with people who are defending Legal Mindset and defending Alan Dershowitz, which I don't know why they would. I think it's just fucking cringe. But Meme Copium was one of a few people that spoke to Alex to understand what's going on. So, when it comes to these allegations, the allegations is basically calling Legal Mindset a child porn possessing, revenge porn ographer, and a pedophile, and a sex trafficker. Additionally, claiming that he is somehow raping children. Those are the allegations being made against Legal Mindset, Andrew Esquire, from what was shown in this documentary, which is more along the lines of just a fluff piece, the same type of things that you would see from like BuzzFeed. Now, one of the arguments made against Legal Mindset is that, oh, he hangs out with the alt-right. Hangs out with misogynistic, evil people like fucking Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit, terrible people. I fully agree with the concept that Fresh and Fit is a genuine piece of shit. However, that's not the only bad argument that fucking Alex makes. So, because Legal Mindset would make this whole channel before saying, hey, if you go in Asia, like in Thailand, prostitution is only illegal in public. Pull a curtain, it's cringe. Prostitution, I think it's cringe. But this argument of Legal Mindset breaks down in detail how to hire sex workers off the streets of Thailand, where 40% of all sex workers are children. That is a true fact. However, in the past few years, Thailand has been cracking down on it. But this correlation does not exist. Just because he is saying, hey, you want to go fuck women? Go to Thailand. If you can't fuck American women, fuck Thai women. Just, that's basically what he's saying. And that correlation of, oh, prostitution. He's promoting Asian prostitution. And then saying, oh, he's in Thailand. You know what's also in Thailand? Child rape. It's this crazy fucking leap in logic. Now, Legal Mindset basically now does a business where he helps people move to Asia, different parts of Asia, because it's a hyper complicated process, and that's pretty much it. Now, the only thing that I'm thinking Alex Novell is trying to argue is that somehow Legal Mindset is worse than Johnny Somali, the guy who has been proven to be a delinquent criminal in the country of Korea and has basically been kicked out of Japan and Israel. And it's insane. However, I'm still not seeing concrete evidence of Legal Mindset being anything involving a pedophile, a criminal in any way, shape, or form. Because, as I said in my stream yesterday, especially in Florida, especially in good old Florida, if a lawyer were to be investigated, arrested, charged with any of that, that would have made national fucking headlines. That would have not been swept under the rug. I don't care what people are saying. Oh, do you know who his daddy is? It would have been blah, blah. No. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Florida is a state where you can't get away with that shit, especially in Florida. Alongside that, the global entry thing alone, as Legal Mindset has said in his own video, fully is, yeah, that's outright saying he's not a criminal. He's never been arrested, never been charged, or any of that. So, there's that. Enough front loading. We're going to get into the stream. This goes up to, I believe, it goes up until 2 hours, 16 minutes. Because, yeah, don't complain. I will say this. I hate when people complain. Yeah, thank you, Captain. I do appreciate it. I genuinely hate when people complain of, oh, why are you pausing the video so much? Go fuck yourself. I don't want to be sued for copyright infringement. You have to make it fair use. And talking over it while it's playing is not doing fair use commentary. Again, the rule: for every 1 minute of content, you must pause and add 2 minutes minimum of your own content. So if you don't like me pausing to talk and follow the fucking law, leave and go fuck yourself. So, let's begin.
Hello. else special in this document? The yapping. I guess we'll go through the timeline that could be. I
Okay.
think what we're going to do, again, you'll have to use.
This is more of a preamble. Okay.
I'm just trying to get information for Andrew so that I can help you. The question in my mind is without a version. I'll provide a link for it later. I mean, it's in my description already. And then if there's time, we'll go through the rest of the Johnny Somali stuff and see if you think this is an unbiased documentary. Now, like I said, I put a link to this in the description. If you don't like pausing, if you want to see the whole truth that Alex wants you to believe, go to his channel and watch it. I'll provide a link for it later. I mean, it's in my description already, but it's on Alex Novell. It released on July 11th, and it has currently 67,000 views. Now, strangely, apart from the people that have been trying to defame Legal Mindset for the last 3 months, nobody seems to be picking this up. And this is one of the problems with this. One of my large problems with this is that the question in my mind was, do I platform this? Because these are baseless accusations.
That's another thing that is very true. These are baseless. These allegations have no validity, no evidence, and no reality. They are just the ramblings of a crazy person trying to paint someone as a pedophile without any intent to prove what is being claimed. And this is the same shit that I see from people on the left, on the right, and especially when I see people in these online communities that are just like, oh, fuck this guy. Oh, fuck that guy. And again, I bring up the Brony Fandon't account, an individual who has been peddling pedophile allegations against a guy named Black Griffin with evidence, and I'm going to quote what he claims is evidence, by the way. He claims that if someone were to touch the chair that a child has sat down in, that makes the person a pedophile. That is a direct pull from this fucking document. Full malice behind going at people and fucking lying. Okay? Okay, understand. This is not a new thing. This is a thing that happens. Anyone that does YouTube, online content creation, or becomes a public figure, you do have to deal with it. It's the reality of the job. You can fight back, disprove, sue, or beat the fuck out of the person, but it's just a reality of the job.
The only thing, and this is what Alex hammered home to me last night, because I was with the DMs with him until last night. Just as I was on the Shinkansen coming back from Tokyo, and I was DMing him, I was pleading with him to have any evidence. Maybe it's all a work, maybe I'm being set up, who knows? Maybe he recorded everything, who knows? We'll go through that when we go through that. But he said, no, you cannot have any evidence, and I'm just a sweeper, and that well, I'm just trying to get information for Andrew so that I can help him out, which is not true.
So Alex has been confirmed to refuse to give evidence, not just to Meme Copium, but to Gabe. I spoke to Gabe Salgado through email. Again, if anyone has tips on stories or information that you want to give me on topics that I've covered or will cover or should cover, email me at slugcontact@protonmail.com. It helps a lot. But Alex has this same mentality, and it's always the people that are doing the false allegations that do the, oh, if you question what I'm saying, how dare you? How dare you ask for evidence? It's a mentality that people have of, how dare you question me? You should believe me off rip. You should believe everything I say at face value. These are dangerous ideologies to have in terms of the believe everyone at face value. it sucks to hear, and I've had to tell people this. If someone tells you the sky is blue, look up. Do not trust anyone to be telling the truth. Whatever I'm saying, verify it. Fact check me. Fact check anyone you fucking talk to. Because nobody ever has a reason to tell the truth if they have something to gain. However, much as that is true, the opposite is true. People do have a reason to tell the truth. So that's why I always promote fact check anything you have ever been told. That is the safest thing to do, especially with allegations of this nature.
True. If these allegations were true, and I had seen any evidence to believe they were true, I would be the first person to push Andrew into the wood chipper toe first, because this is accusing him of the worst thing possible. Okay, it's quite insane, as we're going to see it. And Alex has a very strange way of thinking about things. I would argue, and like I said, I'm going to try and be as honest as I can in representing his argument.
Cal, you are not seeing White Boy. White Boy does not miss you, woman. Again, this is very true from what I saw, much like how Alex Novell was basically saying, he lost his phone, so there's probably child porn on it. The fuck? It's insanity. It's insane.
But he has a slightly deranged way of thinking about things that make it very difficult for me to believe him anything that he says. He's also constantly omitting information that benefits his side of the argument. For instance, there's a rumor online that Andrew cannot go to America because he's got some credit card debt, or because he's fleeing these allegations, but he's not allowed to come back to America, and that's why he's in Thailand. And Thailand is the country with all the creepy Americans or whatever. Andrew himself, not Andrew, Alex himself has presented this as a true theory, but he did not put it in the documentary. When I talked to him about this and I said, bro, you told me that Andrew could not go to America, he said, I never said that. And I said, no, you said that. You said that. He said, no, I didn't say that. Well, let's see.
The gaslighting, the fucking gaslighting from Alex. And it's so annoying. Because I know so many fucking people that as soon as they get their grubby little mitts, paws, and little dicks into whatever clout they can get, they become the most insufferable fucking people in the world. Now, does it suck? Yeah, it's fucking terrible. But that's just how it is. People fucking suck. People just are terrible. So I know the tactic that Alex is doing. He's doing basically, I will say whatever I want and assume I will face no repercussions, because he was emboldened by the Mr. Based threats of litigation or retaliation. And Mr. Based is a broke motherfucker. Mr. Based is a terrible human being, legitimate fucking awful thing on the planet. But because of the fact that Mr. Based never retaliated against Alex Novell is emboldened to continue to say the most extreme thing just because no one has ever dick checked him. Cock slapped? Dick check. Cock slap? I don't know the term.
See what he said, because I've been tracking this situation for a while. Now I have a lot of clips, but I'm gonna have to go through and find them first. So let me see. So this is from Alex Novell's stream. He's been having fun. He's been having a bit of smoking. He's been having a bit of dancing. He's been rapping out, But this is what he said in regards to the first filming of the documentary that happened in America. All right, so I'll have to make sure. Is this muted? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. All right. So this is Alex Novell's own words.
He came all the way from Korea.
Oh no, he's talking about this guy called Gabe, who's another documentary.
Oh, ball tap. Thank you.
So this was broadcast in New York somewhere, and on the 29th, I believe, of June. And some guy came from Korea who is apparently making a Johnny Somali documentary as well. But what he's saying in this is that this other guy, Gabe, came to America because Alex can't. Andrew can't.
Away from Korea to see the documentary. I don't know if like Legal Mindset like fucking hooked his ass up with a flight or something, because Legal Mindset can't come back to the US, but like.
So that actually is a great segue, because now, much like how I like to always keep you guys on your toes, I don't like to have predictable live streams. I'm gonna do something real cool, real funny. Bada bing, bada boom. Hopefully I did this right and I did not break my entire setup. I should have told him I was calling first. Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Yo, what's up, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good. So, chat, this is Gabe Salgado, the guy that flew to New York to see an early screening of the documentary.
I flew to New York for a meeting, and I flew to New York to help my sister with their website, and
Really?
it coincided with the premiere. I was very happy about. So I made it to that, or not premiere, preview, sneak preview.
Preview. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was there when everybody clapped at the end. It was actually only about a third of the audience. Everybody else was kind of like cringing when people clapped.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm kind of wanting to understand. So, you were not there for the documentary or the sneak preview. You were there to do other shit, correct?
I was very happy that it coincided with the screening, though. But that is correct.
Okay. So, we've had like a small convo in the background just going over kind of like everything going on. And since that screening, you've been in contact with Alex, right?
Yes, and I got canceled by him about 2 days afterwards.
What do you mean canceled?
So, wait, hold on. Let me check my calendar. I want to make sure that I get the dates right here. So I believe it was exactly a week after the screening.
Okay.
Let's see. So that would have been okay, the screening was the 29th, so June 6th. The morning of June 8th, I was working on other stuff. LM had Legal Mindset had a stream that day. I do not watch every single one of his streams.
How
but
dare
I'm involved
you?
in a lot.
Bad sweeper. Bad sweeper.
Yes. But I am, I'm in touch with Andrew. I help him with a lot of the streams. I help him with analysis and bringing information and stuff.
Yeah.
I've helped him structure quite a few of his streams. But I was dealing with other stuff, and then I don't remember how. Oh, I think it was Meme Copium somehow came up, and then I saw. So I had it on in the background, and he mentioned that that Alex Novell was streaming on Kick. Anyway, so then I checked my Discord, and what's Alex doing? He's bitching me out.
Why? So what was he bitching you out about?
For supporting Andrew. So I made it clear to him, I do not believe this bullshit. I told him I told him I support you as a filmmaker and as a friend. I mean, obviously he's not a friend, but I thought he was.
Yeah, being friendly and looking at everything.
He's a nice guy. He's actually a cool guy.
Yeah, like I don't doubt that. That's the issue. Like I looked at his LinkedIn and I saw like he has a pretty illustrious career. He works at Media Matters for America. He worked at Paramount. So he's not like a nobody in terms of like the industry, but when it comes to this, like he's hyper obscure, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's right. I mean, he does have a good resume.
Oh yeah, his resume is ironclad.
he has a little problem though. He has this little obsession.
Yeah, with legal mindset.
Yes. So apparently, what happened was Andrew had his 300,000 subscriber stream, and twice he mentioned Alex and the documentary, and I had updated Andrew right away. When I saw that, I called him. Literally, I got on the train to go back to my sister's place after the screening. I called a couple of other people. I won't mention who they are, but other Somali conviction team members.
Yeah.
And Andrew was the first one that I messaged about it, and then he called me on the train. I updated him, and he immediately responded. Of course, that's bullshit. And I obviously we all saw the same movie. I'm not one of those people who was checked out and just let it slide and said, "Oh, damn." Right? Because
Yeah.
I saw people in that chat saying, "Oh shit, I'm gonna unsubscribe. I thought I liked LM. I'm gonna unsubscribe." Right? But
Right.
anyway, so I updated him. When I met with Alex Novell a week later, I straight up told him, I was like, "Yeah, I updated Andrew," and he didn't really react to it much at the time. Although he does have this thing where he'll start like chewing me out for not believing him. It was a common thing. It would come up, almost every time we talked. And I would most often change the subject. I was like, "Do we disagree on this? I disagree with you on this."
So
And so I made that clear, but it was the moment that Andrew mentioned him. Oh, and sorry, also in that context, he mentioned my documentary and sort of was pushing my documentary, right?
right.
And so, which I told Alex from the beginning, I don't see you as a competitor. I don't see our movies as competing against one another. They should complement each other. Of course, I think his went to shit with that decision that he made.
Yeah,
right?
that was
Completely derailed his own like project, which
like he did not need the legal mindset section just because outright it was a decent documentary on Johnny Somali. Even though it wasn't like hyper in depth or hyper critical, it's a decent put it on and just listen. You know what I mean?
I agree, and I think there should be many documentaries. I think the more the better, and I think that they all should complement each other. And like he does things that I don't, I do things that he doesn't, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Fire Festival. There's two Fire Festival documentaries. They're both good. I think one is slightly better than the other, but I think they both complement each other.
Oh, yeah. So another thing that's kind of been interesting because Alex, because from our convo, you let me know that Alex has been more involved with Johnny than he lets on. And from what I saw and from what a lot of people have kind of pointed out, Alex has a bad habit of not following journalistic ethics, such as obtaining interviews through deception or just outright creating narratives when there isn't one.
Right.
So if you could explain like how Alex actually functions in terms of his connection with Somali, not just like, oh, he's in these group chats, in these servers, in these communities. Like, what is his major function? Is he a propagandist? Is he a leader within it, or is he something a little bit different?
He chimes into chat every once in a while. He of course bashes Andrew whenever he can.
Fair enough.
Anyways, so what he told me, and what his line is, he's doing the Borat thing. He's Sacha Baron Cohen, right?
Yeah.
He fancies himself, right?
Yeah,
And
I've seen people like that. Have you ever heard of a guy named Salvo Pancakes?
I haven't heard of him.
He was a guy who did the same thing, just did whatever he could for content. That was his big thing. He got up to working with Keemstar, and then as soon as that happened, he burnt himself to the ground by continuing this stupid bullshit. So
yeah.
So I'm very familiar with people that do the whole like Sacha Baron Cohen bullshit.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, Sacha Baron Cohen knows when to turn it off. He knows when to make a deal with Pamela Anderson instead of actually pranking Pamela Anderson like he did in the movie. That was a performance.
Yeah.
So he knows those borders.
Yeah,
right?
the boundaries of when to act, when not to act.
But you know, he was insisting that all of his glazing of Johnny, which was way over the top, by the way, and way unnecessary, even for getting in his good graces, right? It's just way over the top, and it included regularly bashing legal mindset in very sincere ways, extremely sincere ways. Long after he had done, you know, interviewing Johnny, he doesn't need anything else from Johnny. What else did he need from Johnny? He's still in that Discord server talking trash about Andrew and calling him PDF.
Yeah, he's calling him a pedophile. He's calling him a sex trafficker. Like, I'm fan funded. I don't, if I get demonetized, I get demonetized. Who gives a fuck?
Okay.
Like, I say rape, I say fuck within 2 seconds of starting. So you're good. I don't like the whole, oh, let's call it a PDF file. I'm like, let's call you fucking retarded.
Yes, yes.
Because
no, you know what? You know what he called? Oh, Alex went way over the top with, you know, trashing me. Well, he went on his stream afterwards and he talked about me for over an hour. And by the way, as much as I admit that I like him personally, not that you know there's any friendship or anything ever again, especially after he like went live on stream. Like he can talk trash to my face, but then he went on stream and talked about me and pulled up documents that I had given to him, like explicitly said this is for your eyes only. Honestly, like I said, I never really did trust him, so I would say this is for your eyes only. But whatever I did give him, it wasn't something that I had a problem if he did leak it.
Yeah, like there are absolutely people, especially online, that can and will be like used or can just be known to just be, oh, you give them this, the world knows it. So
yeah. I mean, I gave him, I assumed would be used. By the way, also full disclosure, we both contributed to each other's movies. I'm in the credits for his, credits for mine. Yeah.
So he views this as a legitimate cinematic piece, not just a YouTube video.
Yeah, I mean that's the way he sees it. I mean, it is what, an hour and 40 minutes long. You know, it's a legitimate length. It's, you know, it's structured well.
Yeah, like he's putting his NYU video production degree to pretty good use. Like I'm not gonna dog on him for that. And I pointed it out in my coverage. Like he deliberately chose editing styles either intentionally at first or just subconsciously, such as the paper, the notepad with the line paper, the typewriter font, the music. That's all to build that true crime, mystery, crime noir drama.
Right.
So he's not stupid, but he's also very vindictive from what I'm able to understand. It's, you're either with me or I'm going to kill you type of thing.
Yeah, and he just got, so I think I always held out hope that he would realize he has no evidence for this bullshit. I just held out that hope. I was like, because he is smart. Obviously not about everything. I think this was the stupidest move he ever did. I mean, not that I know everything he did, but that was a dumb move.
Yeah, like that was very dumb. Like here, like in the Gabe Discord 3 image right here. If only you could send me something that could change my mind. I don't really have to, though. You can wait till the film is out like everyone else, and then Andrew will cry AI and attack my credibility. Exactly the same playbook that Jason Itzler used. Of course, Mr. Based is a fucking crazy bastard and psychotic whose only claim to fame is an autistic alcoholic. It's sad and pathetic. But this entire conversation, it's just reading like, it's reading like someone that knows that it's a lie. He knows it because he's deflecting and not really admitting to being able to give evidence. Am I wrong
I
for
wanna-
saying that?
Leave this in the first place. Like when I'm asking him for evidence, I'm legit saying like, "What do you have?" And I would have honestly somewhere maybe I was prepared for him to give me something legitimate, but the fact that he couldn't even give it in the first place, like give me that evidence first.
Yeah,
Give me something.
it's
But
suspicious.
this is how it constantly was.
Like
Every
it's,
single time.
It's insane. Like, Gabe, I don't have to do anything because I'm the one whose reputation gets ruined by making a false claim. You shouldn't rely on me to convince you that this guy who is posting about Lolly constantly is into Lolly and CSAM.
What does that even mean? You shouldn't have to rely on me. You're the one making claims, motherfucker.
And the craziest part is he front loads it with, I'm the one whose reputation gets ruined by making a false claim.
Well, he's right about that.
Yeah, he ruined his own reputation, but it's not in the way that he expected. It's in the way that he's aiming for this to be seen by larger people. It's pretty obvious. So,
I mean,
and
he told me how he thought it would go down, and I told you in the email, right?
yeah, basically having a Tozy, Asmongold, Hassan all echo these claims and be like, Legal Mindset is a pedophile, criminal, rapist, sex trafficker, all that.
Right.
And
that all of them would pile on, like Tozy, who's a friend of his also, and honorary member of the Somali conviction team,
like,
right? And
yeah,
regular
like,
contact with all of us is going to I mean, if there was proof, like all of us would turn on him.
yeah, no shit. Like, no one.
That's
if
what he
there's
thought would happen.
proof. Yeah, but does he forget that Atozy does commentary? Asmongold, he at least does some research or does some questioning. Hassan, I don't know, he eats glue. Maybe a
Right.
little bit of sand. He likes the texture and the crunchiness. I don't blame him. He's a very refrigerator-shaped autist. But it just
Now, yeah,
it just doesn't make sense that Alex Novell would really think that this claim with a anonymized phone call, and I pointed this out in my first stream on this, the anonymous phone call. While yes, journalists, if they have good credibility, can do the anonymous victim, anonymous speaker, anonymous thing, you can't do that normally. Most journalists don't fucking do the anonymous source. You know what I mean?
I mean, here's what you do in that situation. You're like, oh, you did a police report. Oh, you have a whole damn folder full of screenshots and evidence. Let's see it. I will anonymize it for you. If you want no trace back of your identity, that's fine. I'll anonymize it. But let me see that. Let me show some of that in the documentary. But there's none of that.
Yeah.
And she specifically said police report in Gainesville.
Gainesville's nowhere near Orlando. Orlando's not in Gainesville. Two completely different areas.
Gainesville is where he filed the FOIA report. The FOIA request.
Yeah.
So he files his FOIA request in Gainesville, which is where she said she filed the police report, and nothing comes up.
In Florida, we both know, everyone knows that if someone is involved with pedo shit in fucking Florida, that person is not making it out of the state alive. Let's just be very honest here. Florida takes that shit real serious.
Right.
So
but as a journalist, what you do in that situation is like, okay, I can't find the police report. You're not giving me anything except your word. Sorry, I can't use your testimony. That's what a journalist does.
Yeah, if so, I covered a recent situation of a at the time, anonymous accuser accusing a cartoon YouTuber with 2 million subs of raping her. The allegation was anonymous. It came from multiple different accounts, and it was just words on a page, no evidence. And as time went on, I interviewed the person that made a video kind of promoting these claims. They admitted there was no evidence, and the YouTuber accused was able to actually recover text messages proving it was a consensual, casual fling. So it's not unique to see anonymous false allegations, but it's kind of unique to see people like Alex Novell pop up and make these claims in a style where it's like, oh, in the middle of a Johnny Somali thing, the Johnny Somali conviction team has a pedophile in its ranks. It just doesn't make sense, even from a narrative perspective.
It doesn't help the movie. It derails the movie, even if it were true.
Yeah,
Like,
and
make a half-hour feature after that, being like, during the course of this, I discovered this.
yeah, and it's just insane to me. And looking at the original video and his follow-up stream on Kick, that stream on Kick didn't have any like evidence that proved it. Now, in my second stream, I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem like threats to docs. I still need to see the clips of him like directly accusing him of trafficking. I'm probably able to find those clips through the Meme Copium stream. But what's Alex's end goal
I could
here?
make a super cut of that if I wanted to. You know, before I actually started talking to him, I was clipping him talking trash, glazing Johnny, and talking trash about Andrew. I was clipping that stuff, and I was prepared to publish it, make a super cut of it. And then after I talked to him, I was like, okay, it's an act, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's an act. I gave him the benefit of the doubt on that, even though
Okay.
it became clear that was bullshit. But yeah, I could put together a super cut of him saying that stuff. I'm not sure it's worth it. I think this has been well debunked.
I like, there's nothing to debunk. That's the big issue here. That
Right.
even Meme Copium said it, like, it's a problem if I platform and criticize these allegations, and it's a problem if I say nothing. Because yes, Legal Mindset made a video basically saying, hey, this shit didn't happen. But it's also, the only evidence that Alex had is a phone call from an anonymous source that is speculated to be this pedophile Nazi woman that also loves snorting meth. And all of that is speculated. It's such a fucking shit show. Nothing's able to be proven to be true, except the fact that
he goes on his stream and shows his DMs with that girl. Like, he talks to her. He went on his stream and was like, here's proof that it's not her, and it's him and her talking about how it's not her.
Like, does he know that does he think that we don't know he also talks to her on Discord? Or on other platforms?
He's buddy with her.
Yeah. If they're just talking on Twitter, I do not believe that is the case. I do not believe for 1 second that they only talk on Twitter. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Yeah, until we get like a full like Discord log drop between the two, I'm not going to believe it.
Right.
But speaking of Discord, and let me pull up this. So right here, some of these I believe are traffic related, but there's one that's criminal and none from 2023. Nope, just pulled those case numbers off his background check. He also had a media company, blah, blah, blah. So this was claimed to be a trafficking claim. Could you explain that?
He says he meant traffic as in
Like
what? Like
driving
violation.
traffic.
Driving, yeah. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah. Because
This
even
is the same guy who said sexual assault of a minor.
yeah. Like that's the thing though.
You can be wrong about one thing, but be right with your bottom line.
Yeah. Like with this, I genuinely, if this is the only evidence used to claim that he's making a sex trafficking claim, that's really weak. However, from what I understand is that there are clips of him saying that Legal Mindset trafficked children. Am I wrong on that?
There are clips, and maybe it is time to. Oh, I can't. I've gone through this footage so many times.
I know.
The thought of like, oh man, you don't know how much I've had to hear Johnny Somali's voice over the last 6 months. Like,
I'm a sociopath for clout, for money.
Yes. Oh man.
He has a very punchable face, so I feel like a lot of people love to just use him as a pin cushion. Which is so strange. A guy that his only benefit to himself is just being a piece of shit. I just don't get it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the state of the world. Now, here's my thing. By responding to Alex Novell, I don't think we're platforming him in any way. I think it should be easier to access the information that debunks him than to access his stuff.
That too.
That should be what comes up.
Like,
and the same is true with Somali.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting so much attention, because he needs to be exposed for who he is.
I get both sides of this. Now, to kind of go in a different direction. Now, I'm assuming you're part of the Somali conviction team. If I'm wrong, I'll retract. Right. But I kind of want to know that since Alex Novell has been wanting to basically press these allegations against Legal Mindset, how is Johnny and his people utilizing this? Like, how is it being utilized, given the fact that no one with real credibility is either talking about it, promoting it, or giving it legitimacy?
I mean, they're an echo chamber. After we sort of exposed the so-called Somali intelligence agency, they sort of went more quiet on Discord, which is where they would interact with each other. But it's very much an echo chamber. Their heels are dug way deep in. They believe all of this, like, hook, line, and sinker. Alex Novell is there to,
yeah, he's trying to get some clout off of this because, as he said in DMs with you, and I'll pull them up here. I think it's number 3. Let's see. Johnny is guilty and will go serve time for it, but Andrew is a far worse person. That is a literal admission. Like, he knows Johnny is guilty. Like,
yes, he does.
So at what point is it that Alex is it's just able to be very clearly seen that Alex is just using Somali and beef with Legal Mindset to give himself a name and give himself clout after the Mr. Base stuff kind of died out? Because you don't see a lot of World of T-shirts coverage anymore.
Right.
So
I'm kind of flabbergasted by it. I don't get it. I mean, I can't identify with Johnny Somali, right? And in the same way, I do not understand Alex Novell's little obsession.
Yeah, because this right here is just a very clear point that while yes, in some jurisdictions, lolicon is considered the same as CSAM, however, law enforcement prioritizes active threats to children and the community that have verifiable evidence of pedophilic intent or criminal intent when it comes to stuff of that nature. So they rarely prosecute lolly or shota or whatever shit like that. So I fully agree. Lolly, gross, creepy, weird. But if Alex had these major pieces of evidence, let's say that quote unquote victim, he's been talking to her and talking to both of them because he said that he was talking to both victims. They both knew each other. They're both in Florida, but from different places in Florida. And all of this is happening. You need, like, what? A monumental fucking coincidence to make it real? It just doesn't make sense to me.
It would just be so obvious, and it should, if it was something that he was so sure of, like he was like told me to wait for the movie. He knew I wasn't going to disclose what was in the movie, right? If he asked me not to, we did have that kind of relationship where I like keep this under wraps. Of course, he doesn't respect that.
Yeah.
But
like, speaking of that as well, like, I wanted to kind of pull up that I guess document, the agreement that Hank and Somali signed. Point 4 really makes me kind of curious. The participant specifically, but without limitation, waives and agrees not to bring at any time in the future any claims against the producer or any of its assignees, licensees, or anyone associated with the film. That includes assertions of infringement of rights of publicity or misappropriation, such as any allegedly improper or unauthorized use of the participant's name, likeness, or image, damages caused by acts of God, such as, which is clause B in point. Yeah, it's like, it reminds me of the NDAs that fucking Mama Max had me and other people sign to look into his fucking fake pedophile hunting investigations. And fucking damages caused by acts of terrorism or war, intrusion, trespass, breach of any alleged contract. Fucking the Lanham Act. Why the fuck is the Lanham Act involved in this?
Lanham Act? What's that?
So I'm just gonna grab like so USA, Lanham Act, or Lanham Act explained for dummies. I always like doing the explained for dummies because it's always funny.
Lanham Act.
Yes.
Oh, trademark. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, why should you care? Protect your brand, copycats. It's trademark shit. But breach of alleged moral rights, tortious or wrongful interference with any contracts or business of the participant. Is not relying on any promises or statements. This is like an agreement that would be written by a 14-year-old that thinks they're super genius.
This is a copy of this is a modified copy of the Sacha Baron Cohen contract.
Yeah,
it's called Borat contract for a reason.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I think it's also hilarious. Like, and if the footage of them signing it is also hilarious because here's how it went. Johnny took a look at it and was like, "Oh, I don't need to read that. I'll just sign it." And then Hank said, "No, wait, let the lawyer read it." The lawyer looks at it. He doesn't read English, but he pretended to read it over and said, "Okay, this is fine." And then Hank is the one who read it in depth and asked questions about it. And Alex was just yanking his chain. It's actually hilarious to watch the footage of how that goes down. And I thought about including that in my documentary. And didn't, not because of Alex, but because it just didn't fit with the
It
narrative
doesn't.
that I
It
had
doesn't
there.
fucking add anything.
It's funny footage.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's not useful. It doesn't add to the story.
Exactly.
So
It doesn't.
there was also another point. So when it comes to all this, I'm guessing you know, and a few other people know that how Andrew is going to respond to this, either through a lawsuit or through other means. When it comes to Alex, given the fact that Andrew still has some footing in America that can still affect Andrew fucking Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So, at what point is this a bid for Alex to try and just do it for the notoriety? If that makes sense.
I mean, I'll tell you, like, who else is going to be fans of this, you know, for life, and swear by it. Besides the Booty Goons, which are Johnny Somali's fans, is the CX crew and their fans. They also
Yeah.
hate Legal Mindset. They hate Johnny, but you know, like I told you in the email, they hate Johnny because he's bringing attention, mainstream attention, to IRL streaming, which they want to keep on the down low.
Yeah, that's
They
been
want
an
to-
issue for a long time.
And so Johnny, who they hate for bringing all this attention, is getting the attention of Legal Mindset, who they hate for bringing attention to Johnny.
Yeah. So
that's why you have that's why you have the segment where Alex, who obviously has an axe to grind against Legal Mindset,
yeah.
asks Ice Poseidon, right, to talk about Legal Mindset, and he's like, "Oh man, that guy's just searching for clout, and he's not doing this for good. He's just doing it for money." That's
Like,
what he had to say.
that
I know
was
he hates Legal Mindset just as much as Johnny does.
No, I know that, but it's like, who cares about making money? That's not even a good relevant point. No one gives a shit about that. Now, I understand why Ice Poseidon and the CX crew would hate that IRL streaming is under a focal lens, because that adds scrutiny, that doesn't allow them to do their crazy content, which is a completely fair point, because they don't like the restrictions. They're like, I want to do whatever I want no matter what. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm viewing it as the CX people, or at least the viewers, are collaborating with Johnny's like 10 viewers as a enemy of my enemy is my friend type of thing, and then we'll go back to killing each other.
Right.
So
I mean, I think at the end of the day, like all of this, like they're gonna think what like everything they think now, they thought before the Alex Novell documentary anyway, right? They are who they are, and they're a problem, in my opinion. But all he did was just give him a little boost, right?
yeah.
I don't think it makes that much difference. And as for doing as for taking legal action against Alex Novell, I'm pretty sure that you'd have to show actual damage.
Well,
And
there's defamation per se, which is when you accuse someone of a crime so heinous that damages are just implied. It's just, you accuse someone of something so awful that it is understood that that accusation itself has objectively caused damage without the need for proof. Because allegations of criminal acts such as pedophilia, revenge porn, sexual assault, sex trafficking, especially of children, that is on the level of defamation per se. And from what I've been able to see, there has been malicious intent, which is a huge hurdle for public figures, and it's not hard to prove.
I agree.
So if Legal Mindset were to take legal action against anyone, it would absolutely be Alex Novell. Now, when it comes to Johnny Somali, I don't think he would take legal action against Johnny, because what more damage could Legal Mindset do other than letting Johnny go to prison in Korea, because that would just be a win-win.
This guy's he's about to lose his 20s. He's gonna be over 30 when he leaves Korea.
I don't even think he's going to be in his 30s. He's going to be in his 40s.
I don't think it'll be that long, but who knows? I wouldn't put it past him to do something.
Yes, the country that's all about like rules and very strict order, even in prisons, dealing with Johnny Somali in prison.
He's gonna pull some shit there, you know that.
Yeah, he's going to fuck up. Like, that's not even an assumption, that's a fact.
It's guaranteed, yeah. Like death, taxes, and that.
So it's just this situation, because I know like Legal Mindset has like whatever beefs with other people. I view it as the truth matters more than whatever beef people have with the guy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, how can it's unfathomable. It's just how like that's what Alex Novell and Johnny both have in common is they're fucking themselves.
Yeah. Like, Alex is a guy that very, very clearly lives in his New York apartment, and he's struggling to make rent, because if he had like a good amount of money, he would not be, one, in a room like this. Two, he wouldn't have a shithole PC. He'd have a proper microphone. He'd actually understand that his camera needs to be above a shitty quality. So there are a lot of tells, but Alex is also doing this thinking that Andrew is the same as Mr. Based, that Andrew won't retaliate.
And that's something that he didn't understand about Johnny too, because his modus operandi with Mr. Bass was the same as he did here with Johnny. So he arrives here and he streams live with him constantly, and he's buddy with him, and he's talking trash, and he's praising this guy and saying like he did nothing wrong, he's not going to go to jail, blah blah blah, right? And the backlash his read on the room was really bad, because the backlash against him for that, waltzing into Korea and live streaming while glazing Johnny Somali, is not going to go over well. And it's going to be much. And he was completely clueless about the difference between that and Mr. Bass. I
genuinely think that Alex assumed that this is easier to get away with than originally thought, because Johnny doesn't care. He's gonna probably get killed in Korean prison because he's gonna piss someone off, or Johnny's just going to fucking kill himself.
He loves himself. I don't think so.
Desperation does crazy things to people. It genuinely does. Like, it does crazy things. But I just want to kind of understand how this all kind of has been going on, because from what I saw from Andrew's video, there's been a lot of planning in the background, such as allegations of collecting child pornography to frame Andrew with, to just spam with people. Has law enforcement been notified of the collection of CSAM in that server?
I'm not sure, but I live in Korea. The reason I'm involved with this is because I'm very, very familiar with the criminal legal system here, and there's a jurisdiction issue from here.
Well, you are still able to file reports through CyberTip, IC3, and you don't even need like the files themselves. You just need to link to the Discord server itself or to the people and just say, hey, this is what's happening. Please investigate X, Y, and Z, and just give as literally as much information as possible.
the Center for Missing Children in the United States, I think, would be the place to
Yeah.
report that. And I would also add to that, I personally don't have no knowledge about that. I can tell you what I do know about is what the plotting that they did in the so-called Somali intelligence agency, where they
Sure.
planned on trying to trick Andrew into posting deepfakes. That was one
So
of the many things
elaborate on that. What do you mean by that?
they just said, okay, how can we feed misinformation to legal mindset and trick him into publishing bad information that will get him in trouble, right? And then the next day, Andrew gets like this anonymous email with deepfakes of Johnny and Hank.
So please don't tell me.
No, tried, but I'm sure they've tried more things. I do not know firsthand about any CSAM content.
Okay. I wanted to at least, because you know more about this than I do. I know very surface level things. So, what has been the timeline involving the Johnny Somali stuff? Because Alex Novell comes in the middle. He's not, from how I understood, from what you told me and from what's going on, he has not been involved with Johnny since the beginning. Because if he was, he would have been more well known, if that makes sense.
So here's how I kind of saw it go down. So I first heard of Johnny Somali when he was in Japan. I was like, that fool better not come here ever, right? Just in the back of my mind. And then one day I'm like, well, shit, he's here. And so I start following it. I start following Legal Mindset, and I observe that I have a lot of information to complete the sort of reporting that he's doing, because I know a lot about the criminal justice system here.
So
October is a complete shit show because it's Johnny Somali rampaging across Korea and getting away with shit, and he gets shut down by the end of the month and goes quiet, right? And
right.
then he like pokes his head up in around February, March, and then right before the court case, he starts streaming again. And suddenly we have the same shit show starting all over again, and it's just getting out of control. And just when we think it's gonna, relax a little bit, Ice Poseidon and the CX crew arrive in Korea, and Alex Novell comes and just throws shit all over everything, just as a complete wild card. So March was completely insane.
So elaborate on that if you can. So you're saying that there was when Ice Poseidon came in, what was what happened? Like, what actually happened?
So one of the reasons Ice Poseidon came is because Japan is not the same for IRL streamers since Johnny Somali. Right? So that's one of the reasons that he changed the trip and made it not just... It was originally going to... I think... I might be mistaken, but as I remember, the reason he decided to change the trip and come to Korea was because of that. And so he came to Korea and he started with Busan to sort of test the waters, and then made his way to Seoul, and then that's where Johnny stream sniped him. I'm gonna cover what I believe were the important parts of Ice Poseidon's visit in my documentary, but I think it's something that a wide audience needs to know. And I think the way I view Ice Poseidon is very different from the way he's portrayed in the documentary. I think he's a complete bully, and I think he's a cult leader, and I think he treats people like garbage. And but he has this commanding presence where I don't know if you saw the video where I was talking about it with Alex, right? With Alex Novell.
Yeah. So
when you see him verbally abusing and even physically abusing his what he calls leeches, and he calls them leeches, they're smiling. It's like they enjoy it. They just enjoy the attention, even though he's treating them like trash.
So kind of to understand, and you don't have to tell me verbatim, I guess. So I'm guessing the Ice Poseidon part kind of emboldens the argument that at this point, Alex Novell could be a natural progression of the oh shit, IRL streaming is already struggling because of Johnny Somali, but because of Johnny Somali, Legal Mindset's bringing more scrutiny. So Alex Novell has become this kind of natural progression as a, I guess, antibody to Legal Mindset, to use more medical terms, I guess, if that makes
Ah,
sense.
I I there's a lot of this that I feel like I have a good grasp on, but I just I don't get it. I
Basically, well, basically it's this. Johnny Somali fucks up IRL streaming. Ice Poseidon hates Johnny.
mhm.
Legal Mindset starts covering Johnny, and it causes a bigger magnifying glass on IRL streaming.
Absolutely.
So, because of that good old saying of enemy of my enemy is my friend, Ice Poseidon's like, okay, fuck Legal Mindset, because what he does to Johnny will happen to me,
Yeah,
regardless of how I feel about Johnny.
absolutely.
So,
Ab-
so it's kind of a
I've seen
progression.
situations like that where there's somebody in a position of power and somebody else who's abusing their power is getting in trouble, and they're not supporting that because in the back of their mind subconsciously they know that they're just as bad, and it's going to be them next.
Yeah.
I think that's
So, at what point does it make it that while, yes, Ice Poseidon's a piece of shit, would it be fair to say that Ice Poseidon is more worried about the, I guess, fuck, the consequences towards him instead of trying to protect Johnny?
Oh, absolutely. Why
So,
would he protect Johnny? It's because he's the same thing.
so
He
by that logic, I guess it's Ice Poseidon wants Alex Novell's allegations to succeed so that Legal Mindset can no longer cause issues for him specifically.
Yeah, I think so. Partially that's partially subconscious, but it's partially like straight up. That's what he talks about in the documentary. When all you can say about Legal Mindset is, "Oh, he doesn't care. All he cares about is money."
Everyone cares about money. What do you fucking mean?
It's
Right?
like this. Yeah, like yeah, exactly. And
It's
you can care about
insane.
money and about reporting the truth at the same time.
Yeah, like there are standards that are always great to follow, but I just can't understand how Alex fully fits into this, because as much as everyone wants to think that Alex is some like big player in all of this, I can't, because Alex is, from what I'm able to understand, he is a pawn being used just so he's able to cause damage. I do not believe that Alex has any like real say in this beyond, oh, hey, fuck Legal Mindset, he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. He's actually he also of all these people has the most independent streak, to the point where he cannot understand collaborating with people. One thing he constantly rags on me about, or used to, right, is that I work with Andrew and I work with others in the Somali conviction team, and Andrew has his channel, right?
Yeah,
And
like
he's
he
saying, "Why
doesn't
don't you
understand it.
create your own channel?" No, that's not me. Like right now talking to you, this is the first time I've ever gone live. This is the first time.
It's
Right?
fun.
And it might be last for a long time. Yeah, it is fun. Totally. And it might be the last time for a long time. I'd be happy to be back though. But
Hey,
but
that's completely fine.
yeah, that Andrew's strength, he has a talent, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
he and
like he's entertaining. He has
Mhm.
his PowerPoints, he has all of this stuff. While I do view like his usage of StreamYard to be cringe, mainly
Stream
because yeah, that's the program that he uses to do his content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's StreamYard, Talk
Mhm.
Studio, Restream Studio, OBS, Streamlabs desktop, XSplit. There's a lot of programs for live streaming,
Mhm.
but
Right.
that's
So like
another thing.
I work in DaVinci Resolve. I used to work in Premiere Pro, and
Yeah.
like those are the type of things that I work in. So I guess those are the
Let's
equivalents for
go
some-
Premiere Pro, baby. The
I
fucking PTSD.
yeah.
But
I'm quite happy with DaVinci Resolve.
I want to get into DaVinci, but that's for another thing. I keep derailing. But
Oh, but to swing back around, that's another thing that I did show Alex some of my documentary,
yeah,
like the opening, right? And I also gave him a long time ago. I gave him the script for it because I actually wrote a spec script for it because I have to sell it, right?
right.
Before it's made. So I have a spec script which he read the whole, like I gave him just like the opening scene, and he read the whole thing on a stream, and then he said that he saw like the first 10, like I showed it to him, and he was he said I told him I edited it in DaVinci, and I did the transitions in Fusion, which is like After Effects within DaVinci, right? Motion graphics. But he went on stream and he said that I used shitty DaVinci presets. Just make shit up. Just to make shit up.
I really do think that Alex it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I know it sounds conspiratorial, but I don't understand Alex's involvement beyond he is a fucking shitter that just wants to get a legal mindset. That just doesn't feel like enough. It feels like there's an ulterior motive that not even Somali or anyone else involved can understand. Like there's this motive that it's more like he just wants that growth without really working for it or understanding how to get it, if that makes sense.
Well, if you believe in projection, right? Another hilarious thing that he accused me of is trying to chase internet clout.
Hmm.
I don't have a channel.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
I have a, but
you
it's not, I
have
don't
a
have a
thing.
following. I don't seek followers. I don't seek donos. Nothing like that. I do not have an internet presence. I do not have an audience in it. I don't seek one as an influencer or anything like that. Right.
Right.
But he accused me of chasing internet clout, which is hilarious.
It's odd.
So if you believe in
'Cause-
projection, I would say that's it. I think he really did want to team up with Hassan and get people like Atozi and Osmond Gold on his side.
That's another thing.
I think he really wanted that.
How long has he been doing content creation? Like, how long has he been doing? Let me actually pull that up. Let's see.
His, he has a video. He has he has a couple videos going back 9 years, but it looks like 3 years ago is when he started pumping out content. But
So here we go. His channel.
so yeah,
he built it in 2011. Oldest video 9 years ago. Banana Boat.
I see a Hasanabi video there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's he's really proud of the Alan Dershowitz interview.
Yeah. I genuinely tricked Alex Jones into an interview coming soon. New documentary. I feel like he really built himself off the idea of he can trick people into an interview. I tricked
Yes.
Alan Dershowitz into an interview. I tricked
Yes.
Alex Jones into an interview. I tricked this into an interview. Mr. Based assaults Alex Novell. Mr. Based attacked me. And these are all members only, but it's like the twisted tale of Mr. Based.
So I would say up until Mold Mansion, I think he was. I mean, these are fine views.
Yeah, these are
Again,
great views, like 248K, 73K. They're good
so
videos.
it's like this worked, this worked, and so you like again you dig your heels in, you rinse and repeat, but you take it too far, you don't even realize it. It's like
Yeah,
when I worked in summer camps, right, as a teenager, and then like as a younger teenager, then as an older teenager, I go to another summer camp and I try to teach them the song that was a hit at the other camp, and nobody likes it, nobody gets it, and it doesn't, the same old song is not going to work in a different context.
yeah.
And he's playing with fire with Johnny Somali. He's playing with fire. He didn't realize that. And
Like,
even
as soon
even
as he fucks over Johnny, Johnny's gonna turn on him. Because unlike Legal Mindset and everyone else, like as soon as he like fucks over Johnny, he's fucked. Like,
right.
he's completely fucked, and there will never be like any other way to get away from it.
Right.
So it's kind of at this point. Sorry, my work group chat is spamming memes, and I'm reading it on the side. So I got so distracted.
No problem.
Johnny is going to eat Alex alive because, unlike Mr. Based, Johnny has nothing to lose, and he's willing to go further than Mr. Based. He's willing to do the doxing, the life ruination, the deep fake AI, whatever, the criminal implications. He's willing to do that because he doesn't care. So Alex is kind of tied to this.
The biggest fan of this documentary is Johnny, because it doesn't matter. He could the documentary could make him look like it could make him look worse, right? I think that the nuance there is like, a little bit over the top. But all he knows is that one segment of the documentary, and he's the number one fan of that documentary, and he will be an Alex Novell can do no wrong.
Yeah, like Johnny just needs to, any documentary on him that criticizes him has to, so it can just be getting away with calling Johnny a criminal, a piece of shit, all of this. Just say, Legal Mindset's a pedophile. And then
Yes,
they're able to get away with that.
Johnny has that kind of tunnel vision. Absolutely. He
And
will forgive anything as long as you call Legal Mindset a pedophile.
yeah. And Alex Novell never had real success on YouTube. I'm going to be really honest here. Like, his most popular videos were
For this Johnny, so I'll be honest too. I expected way more views for the Johnny Somali video.
well, who the
I'm
fuck
surprised it's not-
is Alex Novell?
Well, who the fuck is Johnny Somali? He's a lot bigger than Alex Novell.
Well, Johnny Somali is known for fucking up all the time. He's only known because of Legal Mindset and Atozy and all these people.
It's a buzzword. Like, people search for it. People,
Yeah,
check in.
but it's not that Alex made a bad video. It's that Alex is not entertaining. He's not good at making a good narrative when he wants to make a hit piece. He's not. Because the Mr. Bass stuff did really well because Mr. Bass a terrible person. World of T-shirts is a guy that's killing himself on TikTok. Fucking yeah.
Johnny Somali has, let's see, worldwide. You go to trends, he's one of those things where you start to type Johnny Somali, and it pops up as a topic: Johnny Somali, online streamer.
Like,
past 12 months, and then like a bit more. Ice Poseidon has more followers, makes way more money, gets way more views, but Ice Poseidon, but Johnny Somali is more known.
Yeah, like Johnny Somali has this fucking thing, and I don't know if this is his actual account on YouTube, you know, since every single time it gets banned into oblivion.
Check out this link. I sent you a link.
Oh, Lord. Trends, bet. Yeah, Johnny Somali's interesting, but Ice Poseidon is just dead.
Ice Poseidon has enough, has the exactly the following that he wants, and like they're super underground for somebody who's like so like high profile. You cannot find like CX is like he never says the word CX. He never
Yeah,
says it. And if you search for it, which drives me crazy because I'm making this documentary and I want him to be talking about CX, but it's like his leeches say CX, but it never comes from his mouth, right? If you try to search online for what CX is, you can't find it. They have kept that underground with their stuff, right? Which is how they want it. But Johnny Somali, there's interest in, which is why I assume that this would instantly become Alex Novell's most viewed video, because he's way more known than Mr. Beast. So I am surprised by that response. But you know what people want? They want 15 minutes of shame. Literally, they want the 15 minutes. If they want long form, they're going to watch Legal Mindset.
yeah, because Legal Mindset actually talks about the laws. He doesn't do these narratives where he's just telling a story. He's just saying, hey, he broke this law, that law. Here's his defense for this, this, and that. And I don't think Alex understands that, because outside of like certain, I guess, flukes, you're not gonna get a major, I don't know, a major viewer base off of this. And especially with the Legal Mindset jab, where it's such paper thin evidence hidden in a Johnny Somali documentary, where the entire claim is Legal Mindset got shit stolen, so the phone was found in a shed, so the phone must have child porn on it because I talked to this anonymous woman.
Yeah, ridiculous.
So
Well,
yeah,
the rebuttal, even Andrew's rebuttal video already has more views than what he's rebutting.
yeah,
So there you
like
go. That's the way it needs to be. That's exactly the way it needs to be.
yeah, like Andrew doesn't even need to do that much work to debunk this shit. Let's be real here. He doesn't really, he just needs to say, "Hey, no, this didn't happen." And cuz I'm not disbarred, global entry, sunshine laws, he did a FOIA and got nothing.
I'll tell you a mentality that he and I have in common is we don't take things for granted.
Oh yeah.
This type of for granted, and a video like nobody will know, even like as much as you may have noticed how thorough that video is, nobody even realizes how much work and how many people worked on that video to make it what it
Probably
was.
it was
No anything for granted, and it's like you have one shot and you got to get the headshot, and it has to be perfect, which is why it took a week.
Yeah, that video took, from what I'm guessing, just working as a one-man show, it took probably 10 people, Andrew to record the bits, and to do some research. Additionally, everyone that helped him to gather screenshots, gather evidence, understand what was being said, and the additional context.
Right.
That sound accurate?
And normally, like when he's very good at one take. He's very good at like sitting down, recording a video in one take. But this was one where that was not the first take of the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it had to be the right one. Like it could have come out on Tuesday if it was ready, but like Tuesday, no, this take is not good, right?
Right.
So yeah, that's this is something that I've personally learned through experience with the legal system in Korea with the amount of cases I've been involved in. Like you have to. That's why things like go so slowly. You notice how the court system here goes so slowly, right? Like 3 months between court dates. The reason is because everybody wants to make sure everything's done right, so it takes
Yeah.
time.
Like,
And if you're involved in that system, whether you're accused or accuser, and you take it for granted and you don't take the time to make sure everything's perfect, then you lose.
yeah, like certain things, like with the Wilbur Soot stuff, he's a Minecraft YouTuber accused of abuse. The accusations were bullshit, and he responded horribly, got himself canceled despite doing nothing wrong, and came back, got himself re-canceled.
Yeah.
How you respond to this shit matters. So
Yes.
it's just because I pre-watched all the videos you sent me as well of you and Alex, and it just it just can't be expanded upon further than Alex Novell does not care about the truth. He cares about either metaphorically, reputationally, or I guess what? Fucking
That's crazy how he said like it's my reputation. Like he's aware that it's his reputation on the line, yet he's choosing to do this.
like he's been known to do this. While yes, he's able to deflect by saying Alan Dershowitz is a pedophile. Why are you giving a shit? Like that's not the point. It's that fucking Novell would be having these questions, these interview questions that are just like X, Y, and Z, and then ambush them with unrelated questions. Or have the interview under false pretenses. If that makes sense. Because his whole... Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll eat crow. That's whatever.
Right.
But Alex Novell is only known for being the guy who lies to people. If we look at his popular videos, I tricked the Daily Wire into hiring a leftist. I tricked Alan Dershowitz into an interview. I trick Alex Jones into talking to AI Louis C.K.
And speaking of projection, right?
Right.
Speaking of projection, he accused me of doing exactly that to him. He accused me of being a spy of Legal Mindset, and that he got punked by me. And he even threatened me. He was like, you know what? I'm going to make my next documentary called, what was it? He deleted the message, so I can't read it. I since then I backed up like messages from him because he deleted a few. But he's like, I'm gonna call my next documentary "How Gabe Salgado Came to New York and to completely like fool me and under false pretenses and lied to me and completely screwed me over."
Like
right?
what the
like
who
accusing
the
me
fuck
of what
would
he's so
watch
proud
that?
of doing. You should be praising me if he really thinks that I do that. You should be like, "Good job, good game, man, good game." That's what
Yeah.
he should have been doing, right?
Like I'm just looking at this as because he worked for Media Matters, very left-wing company, and me, hyper liberal. I'm looking at it like this guy has been trying so fucking hard to make it as an independent YouTuber, not because like he has the passion for it. It's just
Passion. I think he has the passion, but
I think then passion is the wrong word.
yeah.
I guess competency, because
yeah.
because he doesn't understand. Like he built himself up by being the guy who lies to people to get a story. That's what people know him for. Very good editor. I am not going to take that away from him. He's great at like building a video. He's great. That's just an objective fact. But he is not a person that I would really go for if I wanted the truth. it's someone I'd go for.
Minus the if you just take that his obsession with the legal mindset out of the equation, I would be like supporting I would be supporting that documentary while not making the same creative choices, let's say. But I
Yeah.
think that's a good thing that everybody has their different approach. He has a lot of scrappiness, kind of spunky, right?
Yeah,
He
it's
has his
scrappy. It's I guess it plays on the idea of like the conspiracy board, if that makes sense. Kind of like these are
I
all interconnected.
think that's actually appropriate. Like his conspiracy board is a mess, but literally in the pitch deck for my Johnny Somali movie, I have a similar like sort of like lay of the land. What do I call it? Like I forget what I called it in there, but I have a chart with like CXs on there. Who he's missing on there is the Korean YouTubers. That is a major faction.
So, alongside that, I'm really guessing that if when Johnny Somali goes to prison, Alex Novell is going to crumble if he doesn't like get out of this, because he already is known to be a liar. It doesn't matter what evidence or information he gathers about someone, he's known as a liar. So
Yeah, and he is formerly known as a liar to right wing figures and to people like Mr. Based, but
yeah,
now he's just known as a liar to everybody.
yeah, because all of this just, it's hard for me to kind of view it beyond this guy is begging for clout, begging for that chance to be a big content creator because he has a job at Media Matters. He's doing freelance work, I assume. But it's him trying to be the more political, more artsy Johnny Somali without the criminal charges.
You know what's funny is I invited him to see my documentary, and he was like, "Oh, I'm busy with work," but then he's like streaming and smoking weed, and playing video games and heavy metal music, streaming on Kick.
That's another thing. So why is it that Alex Novell, like, it's so hard to understand. It's hard to expand upon. Well, yeah, a lot of this is like yapping, looping, and that's fine. It's a live stream. No one really cares. But this is really just, it's sad. It's pathetic because Alex is exacerbating a problem that is going to blow up in his face and in Johnny's face, while he's taking a grudge against Legal Mindset. And I say this not to be like, don't fuck with lawyers. It's lawyers have a I guess item called fuck you money. Good lawyers have fuck you money. And Legal Mindset, from what I understand, has fuck you money. Because he's able to travel all the time. His business is going east. He has a successful YouTube channel. Additionally, he's a fucking lawyer. So at what point is it that Alex is fucking around with a guy with fuck you money?
And I wonder how much he actually was influenced by Johnny Somali.
Yeah, because Johnny doesn't care. Johnny is someone that just wants to cause damage. Alex is someone, despite his video, despite his quote unquote expose, he wants to do good. That's what he wants to do. Regardless of what stance or what failings he has, that's just a fact. Alex Novell wants to be a documentarian that changes the world, either socially, legally, or something of the like.
Right.
So I really think that Alex saw, oh, Legal Mindset, he's going at Johnny Somali. oh, legal mindset, he's a fucking weeb who loves to talk about lolly, or those this and that, talks to VTubers. It's super easy online to call someone who's into anime shit a pedophile, or someone that interacts with VTubers that have no tits or hips or ass as pedophiles. It's super easy. I've called people that for basically that little. It's bad, but it's easy, but it's also, outside of that, it's not going to give you anything. You're going to end up like Johnny. You're going to end up like Alex, kind of struggling to fight against everyone coming at you. Because outside of this, Legal Mindset still has his content after Johnny goes to prison. You have your documentaries. Everyone else has their lives. You know what I mean?
Another thing. Like I have my documentary and also like like further down the road a dramatization, straight up dramatization. So when he popped up, I was like, this is really fucking with my story now. Now I have to add this shit in, right?
Yeah, like it's not even as
he became a part of, he's documenting it, but he became part of the story.
Yeah, he broke journalistic fucking standards. You don't become the story. That's what they fucking teach you.
He was like, while he was here, he was the current event in the Johnny Somali saga. Him. While Biden was there. He did encourage Johnny to snipe Ice Poseidon, and I think that was actually a good thing.
Why?
I think that was good because that had to happen eventually, and I think that was set up well. But yeah, the way he affected the timeline is inserting yourself into the story,
and it just like Alex Novell violates every journalistic ethic and standard imaginable. There's literally no other way to say it, but all quote unquote journalistic standards of ethics are destroyed when it comes to Alex Novell.
You know what's funny is when after he interviewed Ice Poseidon, like I was friendly with him at that point while he was interviewing Ice Poseidon. After he interviewed Ice Poseidon, it was like insane. It was like 4 hours long, I think. So he sits there afterwards and on Ice's stream, just sits there and shoots the shit with Ice Poseidon and just reveals all this stuff about himself and how he operates and all that. I was cringing and I felt bad for Alex. I was like, get out of there before you say too much. Like I messaged him, and so you look at the stream and he picks up the message, he looks at my message and he ignores it. Stays there for another 2 hours with Ice. So,
like
anyway.
it's crazy. Like this guy doesn't understand how to be a content creator. Like, am I wrong for saying that? Hello?
I mean, it doesn't seem it's not working out the way it should for him, or the way he expects it to. Oh no, I mean, it is working out the way it should because of the mistakes he's made.
Yeah.
But
when you
like,
fucking flat out platform bullshit allegations, he's doing the thing that gets people either sued or someone killed wrongly. Let's be real here. People love the idea of killing a pedophile, so you paint someone as one, you're going to get them killed. And
this was I do not believe in interviewing people like Johnny Somali. But if you're gonna do that, if that's the way you're gonna go, I don't believe in that because he's gonna lie. That's all he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Same with the Fire Festival documentary where there Billy McFarland or whatever what was that guy's name?
I think it was Billy McFarland.
Billy McFarland.
Yeah.
Most worthless interview of all time, and I think the same is true both of Ice and Johnny. I mean,
Ice won't be as bad as Johnny, but Ice is a piece of shit on his own. But he's not like Johnny. Ice actually cares about the repercussions of his actions in some way or form.
He cares about them insofar as they affect himself. Whereas
Yeah,
Johnny straight out said, he says to his stream the real stuff. That's why you don't need to interview him. He
yeah,
straight up says to his stream, I have no what's it called, self-esteem. I have no sense of self-preservation. He said those things, and he means it.
yeah. The guy is literally a failure. He's a legitimate failure as a human being. He just is. He's not, there's no other way to put it. But Johnny Somali has failed as a human being.
100%. No, he sees him. He still sees himself as a big success. He sees. There's a part actually that I really like in my documentary where this is the type of stuff he candidly says on his streams. It's so much better than an
It's,
interview. And
yeah.
he says he's explaining to Bong Bong. He's like, so there's famous and there's infamous, and infamous is even better than famous. Yeah. Say shit like that in an interview.
That's
He comes up with that stuff casually.
like there's no way to beat the candid shit.
Yep.
Like, how do you beat that? How do you do better than that?
Oh, I got some amazing shit. I got like a lot of footage that's thought to be lost that I've written. Yeah, I have VODs that were deleted immediately, but I captured them from the beginning, and the moment this VOD ended, I saved it, and like right before he deleted it.
So what I'm guessing is that, and this might be a really, really interesting view of this, but Alex is not really there to, and this might sound weird, but he might not be there to go at legal mindset in the traditional sense. He's more than likely working with Johnny so he can do what you're doing or get that notoriety for, I spoke about Johnny Somali in a neutral or artistic form. And kind of going at legal mindset is to build up that connection with Johnny's base or the CX crew.
Would you want to interview Alex?
I'd be down to interview Alex.
Reach out.
I don't have Twitter in the traditional sense. Yeah. Like,
Well, I'll tell you our last interaction. I don't talk to him anymore.
yeah.
I'll tell you our last interaction. Like, he was just going off on me, and I didn't care about that. And so I was like, okay, he's really digging in his heels. He's sticking to this. He's swearing by this now. He called me pedo boy. Anyway, he's doing all that, and then suddenly Andrew messages me, and he's like, check this shit out. And it's screenshots of when he was in Korea, we met up once, and we went out in Hongdae, which is the area that I live in.
Yeah.
And it also happens to be like, Johnny's favorite place to terrorize. There was
Yeah.
one stream where he was right outside my house, and I was like, shit.
Oh God. That's the like, for me, I don't think I have to worry about fucking Alex popping up outside my house because I live.
No, I mean it was Johnny outside my house.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about Johnny doing shit to me.
But
Alex
anyway,
is weird.
Like, I left. We took a picture together in some like thrift store. So he has that picture. But anyway, the screenshot from Andrew, he put a picture. He cropped it so it was only me in that picture because I guess that's the only picture he had of me. And he puts it in some I don't have no idea which Discord server it was, but he pops it in some Discord server along with a rant about me. As if any of them cares about me. As if I will ever have anything to do with any of those people in any way whatsoever, right? But the moment I saw that, I was like, okay, I've been patient while you try to verbally abuse me, right? With your Discord messages, but why are you can you explain to me what you hope to gain by putting a picture of me in Discord? And then he starts ranting against me again, ranting and ranting, and then he accuses me of crashing out. And I said, okay, are you
It's
gonna leave me
pure
alone or not?
schizo posting. It's schizo posting.
Totally. And so I'm like, look, I'm just asking you to like leave me alone and stop take my name out of your mouth, shut the fuck up, stop posting pictures of me. That's all I'm asking. Just leave me alone. And he's just rants. I was like, okay, are you gonna leave me alone or not? I asked him like 5 times, are you going to leave me alone or not? And he just kept giving the same, evasive answer. And so finally I was like, okay, I'll take that as a no. Goodbye. And that was it. That was the last time I messaged him.
He hasn't done anything else to you since?
No, there's some stream that he did, and I was like, okay, let me check out what. And I went to the middle of the stream. What's he talking about here? He's like, oh, Gabe Salgado, Gabe Salgado. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. I don't care. I don't really care. Like, he
Yeah,
can do
I
that.
don't blame you.
It
But it's like,
it makes absolutely no difference. But
like, how many viewers does he get live? That's the big thing.
around 30, around like between
And
like 10, like 5
and
and
he's
30.
what? And he's how big of a channel? Alex Novell on YouTube.
I-
He's 35K and
On
30
Kick,
viewers
he's
live. No,
the
I know that, but the transfer rate, it just is really bad.
transfer rate. What do you mean?
So he has 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's his biggest platform. However, what that shows is that it does not matter if he was so successful on YouTube. That does not transfer to an audience that gives enough of a shit about him to go to Kick. Because channels that have enough of an audience that give a shit about them will follow that person to any platform.
Do you know of? I suspect you know about KCIP.
KCIP.
Look into KCIP. That's a topic. Kick is another. It could be a subject of its own documentary. I think he in fact covers Kick in his documentary more like better than I do and more than I do, because I'm dealing with different topics. I'm dealing with psychology, right?
Yeah.
But Kick itself is, there's something called KCIP. Just take a look. Do yourself a favor actually and take a look into that, because it's very suspicious. But in short, you can make a lot of money with very few followers.
Oh, the Kick partner program, and it's just like that guaranteed paycheck.
Yes.
Oh, I know what that is.
And
I know.
it's worth looking into.
Because that's 15 an hour, right?
Yeah, I mean it depends on like your
Yeah.
it depends. That's what they advertise, like 16 an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why he's streaming on Kick, because you can make with this like 440 followers I see he has on Kick. He
Yeah.
can make 10 times more than he does on YouTube with live streaming.
Like he's not going to grow bigger than he is now. So he's just, this is his minimum wage job. And I don't think that his documentaries are going to grow further. So he's stuck.
This Johnny Somali documentary, this was his shot.
And
This
he
was,
failed. He absolutely failed.
I'm surprised. I'm like I said, I expected this to quickly become his most viewed video. I didn't think it was going to get 1 million right away.
Well,
but half a million. I wouldn't have been surprised if it had 500,000 views right by now. But and I wonder how much the like I mean, if a Legal Mindset and a Tozy and everybody was hyping it, that would bring it to 500,000. That would bring it to 1 million.
yeah, but it's like they also know that fucking Alex is a malicious actor. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I remember when Andrew told me that that Alex had contacted him and he was refusing the interview. I was kind of like, why? Wait a minute, give him a shot. Like, but Andrew knew Andrew knew what was going on.
Yeah, Andrew knew what was gonna happen. Like there was no fucking doubt in his goddamn mind that
Right.
Alex was going to fuck something up and cause issues.
And I also think, considering the fact that like I said, I think interviewing Johnny Somalia is worthless. I think considering that obviously aside from the LM stuff, documentary came out, surprisingly good, given the fact that I do think that those interviews.
I watched the Johnny Somali stuff part of it. It was a decent thing. It's like a Lifetime movie. It ain't great, but it's a Lifetime movie. It's passable. He's gonna hate me for saying that. I know for damn sure.
I mean, I think as a companion piece to other works, it could be,
Yeah, put it on autoplay. Play it in the background. Like,
Exactly.
jerk off to hentai while, I don't know, just listen to his voice. But this,
But there's other long-form content out there about Johnny that's more interesting in its own way.
yeah. So, kind of at this point, it's just even covering these allegations further, because even covering Meme Copium's stream going over this, it feels like even if I do that, there after this convo that we have, I feel like there's not much else to say, because from our convo, I've basically kind of learned that it doesn't matter whether or not Alex Novell is doing this intentionally or unintentionally. It's that, one, Alex Novell will never have real success. And
Not be
two,
Yeah.
huh?
But another thing he and Johnny have in common is they both need major reform if they're gonna,
Yeah,
if they
like
want-
if Johnny were to change his entire fucking attitude, his methodology, same with Alex. Like if they were to really put in the effort, they can do it. Like I believe that people can change, but it's just you have to put in the effort to do so.
I believe here's my belief. I believe that Johnny Somali cannot change. He's going to be the same person when he gets out of prison. And I do think he's going to get out of prison alive. I think, when he's 31, 32, he's going to get deported back to Arizona.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'll change. He's going to go on stream right away when he gets back to, when he gets home after this. But there's not even going to be the audience that he has now, and all 30 of them, they will have moved on by then. And the whole world of streaming is going to be completely different by then. And hopefully Kick will be shut down.
Well, Kick
Right?
won't be shut down. It makes too much money for Stake, so they'll pay the server costs.
I think Stake is a hell. I think Kick depends on Ice and it depends on Stake. And I think that's a house of cards.
Yeah, it's one good breeze. It's just one good breeze away.
Yeah.
And
I think Alex Novell is capable of some sort of like
redemption. I don't like Alex. I genuinely hate how he's handling this. And I hate his pattern of behavior that he's just like, fuck ethics, fuck any form of like journalistic integrity. I hate it. I hate him for that, but I am not blind. I can definitely believe that Alex Novell can change for the better. He can fix his shit, do shit the right way. Like look at Alex Rosen, the guy who fucked up the EDP pedophile sting and now successfully multiple times over, hunts pedophiles and gets them arrested. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, people can change, people can improve, but it's up to them. It's up to them to actually do the work.
Yep.
So it's just insane. Now, majority of people genuinely are not going to believe any of these allegations against legal mindset. Like, no one worth their fucking weight in gold or shit would
Right.
believe these in any way. It's mainly just going to be the CX crew, Johnny, and whatever Alex Novell can pull.
Right.
So, since you know more about these people than I do, I'm just coming in just being like, yeah, no, these people are highly incompetent and fucking delusional crazy bastards. What would, yeah, like, what would your stance be? More just like, ignore this after, like, this. As soon as tomorrow comes, just ignore it.
Yeah. I think I think so. As long as the truth is, as long as the lies are overshadowed by the truth.
Yeah, like,
That was it was important for Andrew to get out that video. It was important for it to be right rather than fast.
oh yeah, I completely agree.
And then in 20 minutes he's gonna make some mistakes, like apparently the Tinder like age verification thing. Was
Yeah,
not true, but it
I'm
could be wrong
guessing.
about the small thing, but still be right about the big thing.
Yeah, like, I'm guessing you saw me being like, yes, he fucked up the Tinder thing. That does not negate that there's no evidence of him being a pedophile.
Yes, exactly. That's
Like,
some Johnny Somali thinking right there. It's like, something in the legal system, in Korea. Again, like I've been involved in the criminal justice system here more than the U.S. But here you could have a criminal complaint full of bullshit, but the smoking gun could be true, and the main accusation could be true, right?
yeah,
You can get a detail like an address wrong. You could be like, this happened at this address, and it could be completely across town, and then that'll stay on the record. But they're gonna say, oh, that's wrong. We don't give a shit. The evidence is that it happened. Here's the smoking gun, right? That's what Johnny does. Is he leaps on that, and in any criminal case here, um, especially complicated ones like this one, some of the facts in the criminal complaint are going to be wrong or exaggerated or embellished, but that doesn't make the bottom line wrong. That is why he pled not guilty to the Lotte World thing, because apparently in that complaint they claim the ride got shut down for 30 minutes, and he claims it's less, right? But he thinks that just because it's not exactly 30 minutes, that makes the complaint invalid.
the ride still got shut down.
He cannot process that fact.
Yeah, like, I had someone in my chat, I think it was yesterday, being like, oh, but this, and that. I'm like, motherfucker, where's the proof of rape? Like, you saw my, like, meltdown of fucks. Just,
Not sure. That sounds good.
like, it was just absolutely insane. Because these allegations, because they were bullshit from the start, but it's like, if more people get emboldened to this, kind of to circle back all the way to the beginning, debunking this and criticizing the quality, I guess, feels more needed with bullshit allegations than it is to ignore it.
Right.
Because it emboldens people like Alex Novell or Johnny Somali to fucking do this bullshit.
Right.
So, like, of course, you have to do the, like, oh, this is this, and this, and that's being claimed here. You have to weigh which response is more needed compared to the other, but It's just absolutely insane. And Alex is someone that just doesn't care about the truth. He just cares about a video.
Right.
Johnny's evil.
Yes, he is. Yeah, this is a major miscalculation on Alex's part.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
one that he went to.
I don't think that Alex is ever going to recover from this for the next, at minimum, 5 years.
He can't. Whatever documentary he thinks he's gonna make next is not gonna, get the.
I don't.
He's not gonna be excited.
That's true.
You think anybody's gonna agree to an interview with him? Johnny Somali. That was like I said before. That was a great. That was a great opportunity, and he squandered one. If you're gonna do an interview, which, like I said, I personally don't believe in that. But if you're gonna do one, that was the opportunity to.
Yeah, but thank you for the interview. I do greatly appreciate it. You cleared up a lot of, I guess, my questions surrounding this and confirmed that, yeah, outside of just the response from Legal Mindset and from what you sent me, there's nothing more to really say about Alex Novell unless he makes a follow-up being like, they raped 4 million children on a boat.
I'm sure he's right now. He can scream into the void as much as he wants. This is what I told Andrew. This was his shot. He blew his wad.
It's insane.
This was it. This was his chance to make his argument, and he blew it.
His argument was, holy shit, he has a phone. That reminds me of the fucking Thailand thing. Jesus. The argument of, he's talking about prostitutes in Thailand. Did you know Thailand has pedophile prostitution?
If that's the
Pedophile.
first thing that he thinks of, then it says more about him than it does about Andrew or anybody else.
Like when you're talking about prostitution, majority of the time you're thinking about adults. But Thailand has the pedophilia stereotype because of awful people.
Right.
But all of his arguments were so bad and they just did not make sense. At what point is it just Alex wanted to get that Somali clout?
Exactly.
But yeah, I greatly appreciate this interview. Feel free to call in anytime, no matter the stream, because majority of the time it'll just be chill. But I hope you have a great day.
Thanks a lot. And yeah, shoot me any questions if you have any more or want any follow-up.
Awesome. Have a good, I think it would be morning?
Yeah. It's coming up on noon.
Jeez. Go to a combini, man.
For sure.
So yeah,
right.
Peace out.
Have a great night, I guess.
It was, yeah. Yeah. It is about 10:30 at night. But yeah, have a great day.
Thanks a lot.
Bye. Okay, chat, that actually answered a shit ton of the questions that I wanted to ask. So I don't even need to do the meme copium stream, which is great, but it's now I guess I want to kind of just chill, hang out, and we can, I just have that all up everywhere. Do. Yeah, so Of course, I've been really liking the lavalier mic. Alex is just a wackadoodle trying to chase the Somali gravy train. Honestly, yeah, that's actually really true. That's actually really fucking true, because when it comes to all of this, it's just, I don't know what else there is to say, because you can't go further. The fucking Johnny Somali stuff, all the allegations made against Andrew are false. Yeah. Much appreciated, Captain. I just worry because of it's such a weird set of circumstances, because it just doesn't make sense that when you're looking at all of this, why? Just why? But I'm glad that it was so poorly done that everyone knows that it's false. Additionally, just common sense takes over. But I do always worry. I always worry. So, outside of that, of course, if anyone ever wants to have a story submitted, email me at slugcontact@protonmail.com. That is the best way to reach out and submit a story or submit tips for different stories that I'm covering or topics. Just submit it there. Of course, as per security protocols, I will have to kind of analyze any of the material sent and make sure it's not harmful, because Jesus. Yeah. Now, oh gosh, I know the one stupid thing that I did was meme on Falgi for being interested in Creepshow art, despite Creepshow allegedly having a scat fetish. That's a joke. That is not true. That is a joke. Yippee. Let's pin that. But now, yippee. Today is probably just that. That was pretty much what I wanted to do. Probably for some more drama than what Johnny is bringing, because what could be juicier than lawyer pointing out, like, when it comes to topics, for me, I'm not viewing it as, oh, it needs to be drama. I need the drama. I just want interesting topics, because content needs to be interesting. If you are going to spend your time watching me, I need to be interesting. I need to talk about interesting things. It needs to be fun. It needs to be worth it. So, with that, the Johnny Somali thing, I'm going to basically say, you want to learn more? Legal Mindset, Atozy, Meme Copium, all those people, they cover it better. I wanted to cover this because I'm like, what are these allegations? Oh, they're bullshit. So there's that. Honestly, yeah, there's that. Then I remember a lot of this. I remember kind of the op block. They were watching something involving like this pedophile recovery camp. It just felt so much worse than it ever could be, because holy shit. And do check out the op block. It was a very interesting way to kind of learn about the worst thing ever. Then of course I kind of do have a bit of an announcement. Over the next couple of weeks, I am going to genuinely be trying to, again, upload more. This is my upload for today, be it YouTube short or live stream or normal video. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be going out and about to just get stuff done. Let's see. Topics, truthful facts, yeah. So I'm also of the idea that it's just, look, when you are, let's see. There we go. Boom. There's only so much. There's only so much there can be said, because I understand there are people that are like, let's just loop and just say whatever whenever. There's only so much you can say because of that, but after a certain point, because like if I wanted to talk about Brony Fandom for a little bit, look at this. Fucking Brony Fandom continuously trying to do the Black Griffin. Like, oh, Black Griffin's racist. Black Griffin's this, Black Griffin's that. Like, what else is there to say? Brony Fandom is a mentally ill man who genuinely thinks he's Superman for the My Little Pony community of grown men. He really, really, really thinks that he is a superhero. He genuinely thinks that. Or, if I wanted to talk about, I guess, fucking, what else? I always have you in the background when I do art, mostly when I do based. I'm just glad I'm able to yap in a way that people are not too annoyed, and it's just good background noise. Because I understand a lot of people like that background noise type of content, which is absolutely fine by me. I just find it a lot more enjoyable so that people have stuff. Geez, this is just basically everything I have. This is all I've been watching, like Super Sentai stuff. There's a DeLorean, some Revoke, some Epstein stuff. I don't even want to touch the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, because what else is there to be said aside from just release the files? The things here are like the Salt Bay documentary, or at least Salt Bay failed. Salt Bay overprices his shit and he got overhyped. Let's see. Protein stuff, that's always silly to your videos at this time. Hey, that's completely fine. As long as you enjoy the content or it helps you out, that's all that matters. Let's see. I was sent to prison for a video. What is this? Let's watch this one. I'm curious now. Pete Z, right here. Let's see.
Police. Mate, come to the door.
So Pete, as I said before,
I owe you a heart? What do you mean I owe you a heart?
I do have a search warrant for this premises, okay? And you're now detained under that search warrant. I have to let you know that you have the right to remain silent. So if you do answer any questions or make any statement, it may later be used as evidence.
I heard about the daycare worker who has been arrested for over 1,200 offenses in Australia. I have not. What is going on with that? But this I'm curious about.
Went to prison because of YouTube. Yo guys, what is going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm in a fucking hole. Right behind me is a $200 million cruise ship, and this is the front entrance, swarmed with security. And I'm about to attempt.
If I called that person pregnant, you would draw me a heart. Oh yeah, that's true. I owe you a heart. Let me give you a heart. Heart time. Let's make it fun. Just. Oh fuck, nope. Not that one. Just. Whoa. Yeah. There you go. You got your heart. You got your heart.
To sneak in.
Oh, wait. Wiggles. Oh shit, this is hype. Like, look at that, chat. That's hype. Slug ramen, dude, bro. Even a little slug model. He's just so cute. He's just a little guy. I love him. He's great.
That was you, obviously. Okay, I'm onto something here. But this is where things turn for the worst, and I didn't even realize it at the time. So that first scammer video that I said did really well, it got taken down, and I was thinking, why is this getting taken down? Like, it doesn't make sense. I got a warning on my channel. I was emailing YouTube support and all that kind of stuff, and then they said, oh yeah, if you blur their faces, it's all fine. So I was like, all right, even though I didn't really like that, I wasn't a fan, then I had to blur it. But
Working on that cup for 2 hours? Hell yeah, noodles!
Did it anyway, because that's what YouTube's guidelines were. And next thing you know, the video got taken down again. I was like, all right, maybe it's just to do with the person that was on that video, that first one. But then I uploaded the next video, which was I Scammed the Scammer, and that video got like 1 million views in like 6 days. And I was like, okay, these videos are doing very well. The next thing you know, that video got taken down as well. What the heck is going on? Like, I wasn't understanding what guideline I was breaking. The YouTube support weren't helping me.
I feel like I want to see Third Strike. I want to kind of like dig through. He got arrested for a stalking charge.
Into a law. I've ever
In relation to a stalking matter.
Yes, you heard that right. She said stalking. She said I stalk someone. The only person I've ever stalked is myself.
So it was in regards to that.
And follow him. Tyler.
See. So they went to jail, all of that, boom.
They eventually took me out of that and put me into an actual holding cell, like a larger one.
Yeah, so all of that. So he basically got arrested. Blah, blah, blah. He got arrested. He went to prison. 1 count of unlawful stalking, carriage of service to menace, trespass. That's really interesting. So that's actually very, very neat. I've responded. The complainant is prepared to engage in adult restorative justice. This is a great outcome. So it's basically victim of a crime and the offender to meet in a facility, discuss the harm caused, and ways to repair it. Oh, so he just talked it out. That's nice. Good for them. Yippee. And, yeah, good for them. Okay, that was neat. I'm very happy. Go watch the video. There are a lot of points that I did not talk about, so yeah, that's actually neat. Now, tomorrow, because tomorrow, I am going to really try something a little bit new. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be installing a bunch of games. and we're gonna get some gaming stuff started. I will be using a different microphone. We'll be going back to the normal mic because this one I want to keep for my commentary content, my talking about things content. For gaming and like higher quality productions, we are going to be using the normal mics. That is going to be the new thing around here. So we're going to install games from like Game Pass, all that, Steam, Epic, everything. I'm going to do a bunch of streaming tomorrow. I just need to get up early and get stuff done. Yeah. So I have to get a lot of stuff done tomorrow early in the morning, but I am very, very much looking forward to the plan for tomorrow. The daycare worker. Oh. So I don't know if I'd be able to really do that topic justice, not because of anything like crazy or whatever. I don't know enough about that topic to talk about it. But I might be able to look into it. Again, send all tips, stories to slugcontact at protonmail.com. I might make a new overlay for my streams because I might add like a new discord.gg thing where it's just kind of that, and then it glitches out Gaming Buddy Beast. But I might remake all of my overlays, even a new starting soon, a new paint stream overlay, a new I'll keep the Be Right Back because this one's nice. But yeah. Tomorrow we have a plan. We have a plan. Tomorrow I'm going to get my stuff done in the morning, and then I'm going to get my stuff done in the morning, then I'm going to come back and I am going to work on yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I'm going to come back, work on the overlays, then I'm going to play some video games. Again, email me at slugcontact@protonmail.com if you have stories you want me to cover, to dig into, to learn about. Email me about them and whatever relevant links you have. Again, any files that need to be downloaded will need to be analyzed for harmful things. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys to a British man. Okay? You're going to be weird to the British, and that's okay. Why? Because I want you to call the British pregnant. I will draw a heart for all of the people that call this British man pregnant and rotund. Okay? I hope you all have a good night. This will be staying up. And what the fuck?